Hello everyone, it's Professor Sadiq Noor, and today I am gonna demonstrate and show you in this video how to use the Cin and Cout in C++ language. So let's start. So before I will start, guys, I will remind you that be sure that to subscribe to the channel, be sure that you like the videos, and also you can share the videos with your friends and family members so that I can create more productive videos for you. Also, be sure if you can support the channel so I can grow this channel and uh, and also try to help you as much as I could. So with the C++, today I'm going to show you how to use the Cout and Cin C++ language in an easy video to explain to you actually what does the Cout and Cin does in C++ language. So the agenda for this video is first I will go through the introduction of the Cin and Cout, and then I will explain what the Cout and Cin is, and then I will demonstrate to you, I will show you how to use it using the software. So the introduction is in C++, the Cin and Cout are used for input and output operation. They are part of the iostream library. So we have some libraries in C++ that you're gonna incorporate in your file so that you can make different things to work in C++. Cout, which is character output. The Cout is used to display output on the screen or the console. So remember, whenever you want to display any messages on the screen, obviously then you need the Cout. So it stands for console output, and then it uses the insertion operator, right? Then Cin. The Cin is character input. The Cin is used to take input from the user, like from the keyboard. It stands for console input. So whenever you want to take any input from the keyboard using the keyboard, then obviously I will use the Cin. Also, the Cin uses the extraction operator, the two greater sign. The two less than goes with the Cout, right? So what are the key differences? So I have the feature, Cout, and Cin. The purpose for the Cout is for output, to display any output on the screen. For the Cin is to have the input using the keyboard. Operator, the two less than is used with the Cout, whereas the two greater sign used with Cin. So the direction is program and then to display on the screen, and then from the keyboard to the program is the Cin. Now the simple way to remember, Cout is character out and Cin is character in, right? So let's demonstrate to you guys. As you see on my taskbar, I have the Microsoft Visual Studio. I will click on it. And then I will click on create a new project. All right. So let me make it. Now be sure that you choose from here C++, and then I'm going to start with console app, right? Select and then click next. Now we have to specify the project name. So I will say Cin, Cout program, right? And then you need to specify the folder that your file is going to be saved. So in my case, I created a C++ folder under the document. So if you want to create one, you will click Browse. You will go to your to your document, and then you will hit New Folder, and then you can create one of those folders. And then you will select the folder, and then you will select, and then it's going to show you like this. All right? And then we will click on Create. So now we are inside the Microsoft Visual Studio software, and then we will have to delete some of these committed statements, so highlight and delete. So the first thing you see is to include the iostream header. This is the iostream header. So you must include this library to use the in and cout. So the iostream is very important header, and this library must be in your code when you are about to use the in and cout, right? So after that, the next thing we're gonna use is using name space standard std and semicolon to terminate the statement. Now the next thing you see, that's your main body of your code. Below the main, you have to start typing here, right? After the opening and the curly braces, in between the opening and closing curly braces, you have to type anything inside the opening and the closing braces, curly braces, right? So in this case, what I will do, I will, now the other thing I want to share with you, if you did not use the using namespace standard, then you will end up with typing std, the two dots and two dots, like the four dots, the colons, and then you will have to use the cout to display anything on the screen, right? And the same thing you have to use with standard, the four dots and then C in, right? To avoid this, we typed it here using namespace std, the standard. After that, the main body of your code is this, is the heart of your code. And then within the opening and closing curly braces, you will have to type anything you want to display. So what I will do, I will delete this, and then I'm gonna say cout. So C language is a case sensitive, so you need to be sure that you have to type it in lowercase. So I was a welcome to C++ language, and welcome to C++ language, and then terminate the statement. All right. Now, to run your code, you will have to go to the local. So click it. It says welcome to C++ language, right? So if you want to indent the message to the middle and you want to give some space, some blank line, so press the enter key to go back to your code. So what you're going to do, you can add some spaces by using, one way is that we can use the escape characters. Like you can go here and then you can say \n, \n, right? And then if you want to type the message, \t, \t, right? Now let's save what you did. Debug your code using the local Windows debugger. As you see, I'm getting space now, and my message moved to the middle. Now, I will press the Enter key. Now, if you need a little more, \t. Now, save. Then you need to debug it. Perfect. Right? Now, we're gonna use, okay, we're gonna use the Cin. So before the Cin, let me use something else to show you. Cout, and then the two less than, and then you will say, my name is Sadiq. All right. Then you will do like this to give a new line to terminate the line and line. Right. Now, if you want to insert more line like a break line, another one, end line, right? If you need one more, you can also use it here. You can say Cout, all right? Now let's see what happened. Debug it. You see the gap I'm getting? All right. Now that's how to use the Cout, right? Now, for example, if I will declare a variable is declared to hold the value in the memory until the program is gonna be executed, right? So you need a place in the memory to hold your value. That's what the variable is all about. Most of the programming languages, they do uh, have the way to create the variables. Then you have to define the data type of the variable, like what kind of data will the variable will have, right? So I will say, I will put a comment for myself, declare variable with data types, right? So to do that, let's say I will say integer age, all right? And then I will say string for the text, name equal Sadiq, all right? And then this one, I will say the age is equal 45, all right? Then what we're gonna do, I will change this, all right? I will say Cout. So before we do that, we can say, if you wanna, and then tap it. So I will push this guy along to this, and then I will put some like, just to make it look fancy, there. All right. And then if you want to break the line, then 2 less than n line. All right. Then if you want another one, n line. All right. Now I will display the values of the age and the variable string name, whatever the value is inside the variable name. Now in this case, the value name will be given to the variable name. And this here is the data type. The data type, right? And then this guy here is the variable. So different language, they have different ways to declare it. So that's the variable, right? And this guy here, Sadiq, is the value that goes inside the variable name. All right. So the same thing here, we have integer. The data type is number. The variable is age, and then equal 45. All right. So I will display now. I will say cout, and then I will say the variable. Then I will say is your name. All right. So I will have to put the 2 less than. All right. And then I will say and your age is. We wanna now display the value inside the age. So I will type the variable name age. All right. And then semicolon to terminate the statement. Now let's see what I did here now. What I said is that display the name, which is Sadiq, and then you put some message on the screen, and then you said age will be 45, right? So it's gonna say Sadiq is your name and your age is 45, all right? So let's see. Combine whatever you do in your code in your Microsoft Visual Studio, you need to compile it, compile the source file. As you see, Sadiq is your name and your age is 45, right? So you need some space, right? You can do that by going here, and then you can do before the semicolon, n line, and then you can add one more n line. All right, now check it out. Compile it, debug your program. You see I have get the space. Perfect. Now you can also display the variable like this. You will say cout. You can say your name is, the variable is name, right? and then I will break it down the space n line, and then another n line. All right. Now I can just copy this. I will say your age is, and the variable name in this case is age, right? Now let's see. Debug your file. Your age is whatever the value was stored in the variable age is 45, and then whatever the value stored under the. Now if you look here, guys, so you see here it says your name, that's the message, right? So that's the message coming from here. And then Sadiq is coming from this variable, and that's because you have given the value of the name Sadiq, and the data type is string or text. All right. The same thing you did for the age. Your age is, and then 45. All right. Now I will discuss how to use the Cin. Now let's go with File, New, Project, Console App. Next, I will call it Cin Program. It's gonna save in my folder, C++ folder under the documents, and then create. Now I will clean up all these comments. Perfect. Always you're gonna see include iostream will be there for the C in and C out. Then we're gonna say here using namespace standard. All right. Then the main body of your code, whatever you want to display on the screen, it has to be within the opening and the closing curly brace, right? And the main is always like integer, right? So we will declare some variable here. I will say integer num1. Then I will say, sorry, num1, integer num2, right? And then we're gonna have integer answer, all right? And then we're gonna do average. So the average is gonna be double, because if you want something to be in a decimal place, right? So we will change this, take out this, and then here I will put a comment, declare variable. Okay. Then guys, we're gonna say how to use Cin and Cout in C++ language. So put the double quotation. Perfect. And then and then end line. If you want a little more space, you can put another end line, like break a line. Then I will copy this. And then I will put some star kind of stuff. All right. And then you want to tap it in the middle. \T for tapping. That's the skip character. All right. I will do the same thing. Perfect. Now I will ask the user to enter the number one, number two, right? So first we're gonna give a message. Cout, enter the first number. All right. So now if you want to enter, like, the message will be enter the number, right? So if you want to enter the number here, then don't use the end line. All right. So I will show you. Then I will just hit the semicolon to terminate the statement. Now you're gonna use Cin for an input from the keyboard. Cin, and then to greater sign, and then the variable that you declared, num1, it has to be the same. All right. Now we're gonna break it down. We will have a new line and line. All right. What I will do, I will copy this. Then you can put a comment here. Second number. So that's the line comment. And then change the variable to 2. That's the second one. Change the message. Second number. Then we will put a comment. So now we need to add. So you have a variable name answer. You can double click on the shortcut here. Answer equal num1 plus num2 semicolon to close the line, the statement. Now we need to find the average. The variable name equal the answer after adding num1 and num2 divided by the number of numbers. So we have two variables. All right. Now to display the answer and average values on the screen, right? So this to take input from the keyboard, all right? You can also put the comments like this. Now we gonna give, if you want, you can give space if you want to. You can break it end line, right? And then you're gonna say C out. The first num is num1, right? And then uh, we're gonna say the second number is num2, right? So let's see here. We have to put the 2 less than. All right. Then here we're gonna say number. All right. So these will only display what the user typed. All right. Then we will end the line. And then we're gonna say C out. The total of number 1 and number 2 is, and then the variable name answer. Then we're gonna end the line for the next information to go down underneath this one. And then I will copy this. We're gonna say the average of number 1 and number 2 is the variable name average. All right. And then if you want to give some space and line. All right. Now let's compile it. Let's see. So click. Perfect. So the first is enter the second number, the first number, right? So enter the first number, 45, 67. And then it said the first number is 45, the second number is 67. The total number 1 and number 2 is 112. The average for number 1 and number 2 is 56, right? Press the enter key. Now you can also add the name. So I can go here. I can say string name. And then I can go here before the first number here. I will copy this. I will say, please enter your name. All right. And then we're gonna, whatever the user name is gonna type is gonna go to the variable name. All right. So let's check it. play button to debug it. Perfect. So we're gonna say enter your name, Sadiq. As you see, all right. Now you can also change this if you want to have it in decimal place. So we're gonna say double. Change this to double. And then we're gonna change this to double. From integer is like a pure positive number. So this will be a decimal place. So let's debug it. Sadiq. Then we're gonna type, and then I will type, as you see, 83.5, the average, right? So we started with the header. We included the iostream for the Cin and Cout using the namespace standard. This mainly used for the Cout and then also for the inline. So we declare a string name and then a couple of variable double, right? So you can also, if the variable are of the same data type double, then you can do like this, just to show you, comma, comma, the third one, because all of the same kind, comma, all right. So you can do it the way I showed you earlier, or you can do it in the straight one line, right? So I will combine it. I will not have any kind of problem. Then I type the message on the screen, and then I want the user tab in front of the message. So I didn't put the end line, right? The end line means if you put an end line, then it means that your name has to be tabbed underneath. Please enter your name. So I wanted to type straight. So Cin, the two greater sign goes with the Cin, and then name, and then Cout to give me space for the next message. So then enter the first number. Then whatever the user typed is gonna go to this variable. Now the number has a value in it. Then we have to put a new line. Then the second number. Then I will ask the user to use the keyboard to put the number 2. And then break a line, give some space, end the line. And then we need to add the two numbers. So answer is a variable. We'll add whatever the user type in num1, whenever the user type in num2 will be added up. The answer will be given to the variable answer. Then the average is whatever the total is divided by 2. Now we need to display the answers. So first what we did is Cout. We said the first number is whatever the user type num1, and then the second number is num2, and then we said the total of num1 and num2 is the answer, which is this one here, right? Then the Cout, I said the average of num1 and num2 is the average, right? So the less than, the two less than sign is when you want to display something to the console, to the monitor, right? So you have to put the two less than, right? And then one thing more, at the end here, you have to type a return 0. It's a good practice to do that because your body is integer, right? So if you don't put the return is okay, but it's good to have it at the end before the closing of the curly braces, all right? So with that, let me run it again to show you that there's no issues with the program. So enter your name, enter the first number, enter the second number. As you see, I got 83.5, right? Press the enter key to go back. So with that, I hope that you learn how to use the Cout and the Cin in C++ language. I will be creating more productive videos in C++. I hope that you'll like the video and keep on practicing. And thank you so much for viewing the video. Also, be sure to subscribe the channel. Be sure to like the video. And also, if you wanna contribute anything so that I can create more productive videos for you guys. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Take care. Bye.